So, a couple of days ago, Nux releases this video, specifically called how we caught a swatter and that doxed 12 VTubers, myself included. And in it, he goes through a pretty detailed account of how nefarious actors were using Vshojo branding to attempt to fish out information of the personal nature of several independent VTubers, himself included, masquerading as the US-based VTube idol group Vshojo. Now, Nux also reached out to this person specifically, Saki Nightshade, who is another independent VTuber who fell victim to this and got doxxed because of this fake email. Because, you get a mail from one of the bigger English VTuber groups saying, "Hey, we'd like for you to become our next VTuber." That means you are going to just shoot up in popularity. You make it when you're part of one of these big groups. Same with Hololive, to a lesser extent Vshojo, but all the Vshojo members have chat or have at least 3,000 live viewers when they go live. So it's not even a question of why people would go about doing this. Anime Sage for 2 says Vshojo is full of cowards. Cowards and incompetence, and we're going to get to that. So anyway, Nux releases this video, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Normally when a content creator goes about making a video like this, they're a little too clout hungry. They're a little too happy to oh, we're going to possibly jeopardize the investigation that we're doing in an attempt to get a lot of clout, a lot of good optics for ourselves, right? We're gonna look like the good guys. We're gonna look like the absolute best people in the world because we're doing this, and in doing so, we jeopardize this. Nux, throughout the course of this video, says that he sat on this video for a month. He reached out to all parties named, made sure everyone's privacy was safeguarded, and this was after the police and Vshojo's legal team had taken down the domains that people were using to masquerade as them to basically get away with doxing people and sending them phishing emails. The incompetence part we're going to get to, because Vshojo was really, really dumb, and we're going to get into why they were dumb and how long this has been going on for, because they say a couple of weeks. They've been very cagey about how long they've been going about this. Anyway, video is very good. Video is well received. Hell, even this happened. Let me find the screenshot real quick. This even happened. Where is it? So this was a screen cap from a tweet that is now deleted from Vshojo underneath the announcement tweet that Nux made about this video, saying, "@Nux Taku, thank you for working with us. We've added our own response to the events." So it seems as if Vshojo isn't actually having a problem with this video. It sounds as if they are very happy about this. However, a couple of days ago, that changed. When the co-founder of Vshojo, Nyanners, who's been an internet personality going back a decade, I think, she released this Discord post specifically throwing Nux under the bus, saying that he was using them for clickbait, that it was all for clout, and that he completely jeopardized their safety. Now, I've gone through the entire video. He never mentions any of the VTubers aside from Saki, who seems to be pretty thankful for the video, any VTuber that was a target of these doxers. So the statement that he put them in danger is a little sketchy. She also brings up unrelated stuff such as baiting a friend into watching the Logan Paul suicide forest video on stream, which okay, calm the heck down, Nyanners. Calm the heck down. Vshojo was forced into making a statement on the matter after asking him repeatedly not to release his video. this is the part where I'm starting to think that she's not necessarily mad that Nux released this video. Part of me is starting to think that Nyanners is actually upset that this video is making Vshojo looking really, really bad. Let me just kind of break this down for you guys. A VTube group, Vshojo, knew that there was a malicious actor going around using their name, using internal documents from their company, and were using domains that resembled theirs, and did nothing to forewarn other VTubers. I've looked this up. I can't see a single example of any of the people who applied to be a Vshojo VTuber getting any sort of email saying, hey, by the way, Vshojo staff will never ask you for your personal contact information, such as your phone number, your full legal name, and all this, in the initial statement of accepting your application. Please be wary when answering any emails asking for this sort of information. A very bare bones, very basic thing that any company that was aware of this should probably be engaging in. It doesn't even look suspicious. I've played many MMOs. Everyone who's ever played an MMO knows that one of the loading screen things is like, by the way, Blizzard employees will never ask for your contact information. By the way, Square Enix employees will never ask for your contact information. They will never engage in this sort of stuff. So that's a little sus. But it gets worse. It gets really worse. So, Vshojo releases their statement also, and basically kind of throws into question even Nux's like credibility, even in taking steps to ameliorate the situation. They said that the person that was under investigation for targeting their members was a minor and therefore could not have been had their information found out through going through OnlyFans. I don't know about the validity of that, but like 12-year-olds can easily lie about that sort of stuff, and I don't even know if that's true. But they're questioning Nux's like basic credibility at this point, which seems like they're a little upset. They're a little upset. Now, let me find. So Nyanners releases her statement, and Vshojo's security team releases their statement, and then the tweets start. So this is a compilation of all of the Vshojo VTubers, specifically throwing Nux under the bus. And we're going to notice if we see any sort of pattern. Asking for you to take it down because I felt my safety was in trouble, and for you to go to the company and ask for numerous terms and conditions in return, that's not friendship. Asking for you to take it down because I felt my safety was in trouble, for you to go into the company and ask for, I would also like to add how unprofessional it is to refer to something such as receipts when the real issue is catching criminals who swat innocent creators. She's talking in relation to Nux saying that he has receipts about his correspondence with Vshojo and that they are lying about like a lot of the stuff that he's saying, and he's contesting that. So he's not talking about receipts about the person catching the person who doxed the people. He's talking about receipts about your company publicly defaming him. Iron Mouse says, I'm so disappointed in you and hurt that you are doing this when you know full well what was truly going on. We asked you to take it down. We told you that we feared for our safety and you didn't care. This one right here was something that Nyanners herself retweeted as a sort of got you towards Nux.
Which is why I really wanted to make this public despite the fact that people told me not to.
So, in relation, he's saying this as something that he really didn't want to cover this. He didn't really want to do this. He was being personally attacked, and maybe him making this video would make him a target for reciprocity. So is he saying that because they didn't want their information, which isn't in the video, or is it that they wanted him to not make it because it's bad for the company? Although really what it was, we'll get to it when we get to his kind of apology. I don't think he really apologized. I think he actually made Vshojo look even worse. Nanners. Wait, no, that's not it. That's just Nanners' like thing. This is bad. This is a bad screenshot or bad archive, dude. This is really sickening to see. You've been taking advantage of people you claim to call friends for so long, knowing full well how your actions could affect them. You were repeatedly asked to take down the video and respect their safety. You didn't. Gosh. I'm noticing a little bit of a pattern here. I'm noticing asked repeatedly to take it down. Asking you to take it down. This was the person who was a victim in all this, and Nux was never once asked not to post the video. He was urged to post the video. Vshojo never once offered any assistance, despite claiming that they did. They took my information I had and just left me out to rot, basically. Now, it is worth noting that the CEO of Vshojo has reached out to her, apparently, and she is seeming to be okay with this now. But that is what happened in this one anyway. Let's see. Also later on, Project Melody and a couple of other people also went in and said that they were disappointed with Nux. I will note though that Iron Mouse specifically also wait, where I need to find her replies to Saki specifically, because she actually also did respond under Saki saying that she felt so bad that Vshojo was kind of leaving her out to dry and she felt like she was being ignored. So let's get into Nux's video now, because Nux's response video, a lot of people are saying that it's an apology. I don't necessarily know if it is, because there's a lot of questions that are needing to be answered with this this apology video.
I am sorry. I messed up, and I would like to give you a timeline of events, but it does not right any of the wrongs that I've made. A month ago, a guy was impersonating Vshojo, doxing and swatting VTubers, and came really close to getting me. I got swatted once in the past, and it scarred me. People die in these situations, and coming close to it happening again terrified me.
So let's just reiterate. Nux's original impetus for making this video was himself getting a phishing scam email from a person who is doxing and swatting VTubers. His reaction isn't like, I am working on behalf of Vshojo. It was, this is also being done through Vshojo, and I want to make it known so that people don't fall for this.
I brought this to the attention of Vshojo. They told me that they knew this was going on for a while.
Knew that it was going on for a while. We appreciate that. We've been tracking this actor for a long time prior to that week, and one of the things they do is lay down a lot of disinformation. I saw that some of the monikers that you had passed along were some disinfo deliberately dropped by the bad actor. In some cases, they used artifacts belonging to other harassment of their victims. I don't know if you plan on publicly exposing these pieces of contact information, but I wanted to make sure you kept this in mind. I'm not releasing any info about anyone. So, even initially, they knew about the video coming out. Now, I wanna point out something real quick. We've been tracking this actor for a long time prior to that week. So I want to show you guys, I think, one of the most damning pieces of evidence that I've seen in regards to this. So big shout out to Kiwi Farms user lol what again. I'll probably edit this later with some autistic lawfig analysis and replies, but I want to point out one thing that really stands out to me about Vshojo's press release. They state that the fake URL only came into existence at the end of October, so the amount of damage was minimal. This is true about vshojo.org. This is one of the domains that was being used to impersonate Vshojo and attack and try to scam indie VTubers. So they go into all this information that was part of their registrar and everything like that. But there's also vshojo.net that was registered back in May of 2021 and uses the same registrar as vshojo.org. Vshojo.net, also vshojo.org, by the same doxing group, and currently leads to a blank page. I'm inclined to believe that vshojo.net was previously used for the same phishing scam and was wiped and replaced with vshojo.org in October. Oh, so it was happening prior to October. Gosh fucking damn it. They are part of the same ring. And it redirects this. This went on for months. Other shit about the Vshojo response raises red flags to me. This makes me believe Nux more than Vshojo. They've had domains related to their name, like .org and .net, completely open. This is really negligent. This is beyond negligent. It's really holy crap. 542 of you. Okay, well, make sure you guys hit subscribe and make sure you guys hit the like button. That's all I can tell you. All right, so let's get down to the rest of Nux's statement.
Never said anything publicly, and as a result of that, I felt like Vshojo put me and others at risk. Before posting that video, I was in a group chat with the CEO of Vshojo, one of the girls, and the head cybersecurity officer. Vshojo acknowledged that they knew about this swatter for a long time and did nothing publicly.
Again, they acknowledged that this happened and did nothing publicly. They did nothing to reach out to people who have applied for their group and just let them know, by the way, make sure you guard your private information. That was the entire point of Nux's video. It's to draw awareness. Hey, be careful about what emails you answer. And I'm sorry, my running theory is that Vshojo was initially okay with this up until the point that it kind of looks as if they knew about this and really didn't do anything about it.
I didn't make the video to endanger anyone, as the culprits were already brought to light. They acknowledge that they have no problem if I publish this video, and it's entirely my right as a victim of the swatter. Nevertheless, I showed them the video before uploading so they could let me know if I should make any changes or ask me to potentially not upload at all. They asked for changes like blurring things and
I mean, is Vshojo even a proper company? Didn't that Project Melee person get harassed by some random guy wigging over something she didn't even know for months? Vshojo is like a company. It's just kind of incompetently run at this point. Which, yeah.
denying the
But yeah, not to downplay anything, but I really appreciate they were providing info at 03. Do you think that... So this is a Vshojo staff member in a group DM with the Vshojo CEO and one of the talent directly looking at his video before it was launched.
culprit's notoriety, and I complied. My brother was the only person that asked me not to post the video because
his brother was the only person who asked him not to post the video. This wasn't a, we're worried about our safety. This is, I'm worried about your safety.
he was afraid for my safety beefing with a swatter, but I thought it was prudent for the safety of others in the community.
I appreciate you doing the public service announcement, and that isn't the problem at all. My comment is narrowly specifically about praising that one fan that reached out. I'm 99% certain that this fan is a member of the harassment gang and not a fan. They weren't worried about the video itself, just this minor phrasing.
Community, and Vshojo mentioned that they appreciated me doing this public service announcement. When I mentioned this video would be helpful to them as well, they thanked me and asked me if I can include an official statement from them and link in the description, which I did. The statement was written with the assumption that the viewers watched my video. They still refused to mention that someone was impersonating them, and they continued to thank me for working with them. Their official statement had the header, "Thank you, Nux, for working with us," but it was deleted when some of the Vshojo girls got upset with my video and...
That right there, I don't necessarily know if the reasons why they were upset is the reasons why they really actually were upset.
claimed that I was repeatedly asked not to post it, which is untrue, as I showed you. When I was asked to delete the video after this, I did not take people's feelings into account, and I should have deleted it immediately. I shouldn't have asked them to retract the statement that I would ask not to post it in return. I messed up, and I was a bad friend. I sincerely apologize for my actions, or lack thereof, and at this point, I don't blame anyone for being upset at me for this. I'd like to prove that in time I can grow as a person and as a friend. I took the video down permanently as I should have when I was first asked. I've read everyone's concerns, and I am truly sorry to all the girls. I hope that I can work things out in private if I am given the chance, but I would understand if I'm not given another after hurting you with my actions. I'm sorry.
So that is his statement on the matter. I haven't seen if any of the Vshojo girls, like, I literally was going to go live with a completely different stream right before a friend of mine, Grave of Einstein, in the chat. Big shout outs to Grave of Einstein. This 645 viewers is all you're doing, my bro. He reached out to me and let me know that Nux released a statement, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to give, like, the comprehensive TLDR. Final thoughts on this is that Vshojo acted extremely irresponsibly. Any company that has people send its personal information, that knows that there are malicious actors out there posing as the company and trying to, you know, get people's information for nefarious purposes, and doesn't say anything to the people whose contact information has been sent to them, is very, very negligent in their security. I can understand the idea of not wanting to give the person a tell that you are onto them, but there were some things that were in there specifically, such as they didn't want to give him the notoriety, which makes me think that that's not what they were thinking about at the time. I think that Vshojo understands that this is a very, very detrimental look to their brand, to their company, and to anybody who might want to join them in the future. I think that Nux was sort of being the scapegoat for their mess up. And I think that Nux probably really didn't do anything wrong. He instead highlighted an issue that a company that makes millions of dollars was completely ignoring, because it wasn't affecting their talent. It was affecting indie VTubers. It was affecting people who weren't affiliated with them, that they weren't getting money from. And that's really disgusting.